Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Happy Havoc Danganronpa. So I'm very excited for this episode today because we're gonna be starting the final class trial, right? So we're gonna learn a lot of mysteries today, or we're gonna get our answers. So my guesses for this class trial is gonna be it's either Mukuro or Junko. Because based on what we got in the evidence, right? It's confusing because there's sometimes conflicting stuff. For example, the body, right? The body that died, it had a lot of wounds days prior, right? So it could be Junko, right? But then they say that, oh yeah, the body got a tattoo on the hand, right? Of Fenrir, so it can be Mukuro. So it is hard to determine, right, who is the mastermind between those two. But for me, it's either one of those two. Yes. So yeah, let's go. Let's start it. Okay.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Okay, we got some special rule now.
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't,
all of you guys die.
Then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
Really? Or are you just saying that?
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
What is that, Hagakure talking?
Is the mastermind
Okay.
only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
What?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Okay. I thought he was gonna blame Makoto.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt it is a trap Monokuma set. Oh, I get it now. Remember the photo that we got, right? I guess for each of the students, including us, we get a photo not including the person, right? For example, for Makoto, he got his photo, right? The 15 students, but he was not there. So I guess for the other students, they got the same kind of photo, but they were not there. That's why they're accusing everyone now. Okay, I get it now.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
I have evidence!
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone.
What? This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that?
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
Yep.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Okay, I hope they show the other photos as well. Show us.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture...
Actually, I never thought of that. Yeah, That maybe everyone could be the mastermind. I never even thought of that even once. Oh, there,
See?
look.
I'm the only one not in it.
Oh, there's Makoto. Look. Look at Junko. Look at Junko. Look on the left side, Junko. You remember in Makoto's photo, they covered her face, and now she's not looking at the camera. I figured as much, in which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Look at Junko again. Oh, look, it is Junko. See? You see that? She's not looking at the camera again. But you can always see Mukuro. And Mukuro's on the left side. Okay.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Where's Byakuya's picture?
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap?
Come on, don't lie.
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Okay, I need proof now. Each photo has something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is... Soko, no, she's there. The one who got the photos, yes. They were not included in the picture.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Yeah, they're really hiding Junko's face here. Why are they hiding it though?
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
And her and the Mukuro are always on the like, what do you call this? On the edge, right? Different sides.
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yes, yes. Okay. You see that?
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
They were splashing water on Junko's face there.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's picture. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time?
I mean, is it that they don't remember anything about that happened in the picture? They don't have memories of it.
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
So I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Look at Sakura punching that huge fish. Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. And lastly, my picture. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something. Okay, group photo.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
See, he's literally saying it. They are real. You just don't remember it.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason, some terrible reason, an unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Hangman's Gambit. Okay, this is the... Okay, amnesia. M. That's easy. N. I need an E. I need an S. A. Got it.
Now I understand. Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Interview DVD, profile, group photo, control room. There's a lot.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories...
Is totally stupid, obviously.
Okay, I guess, but there must be more evidence than those pictures that we lost all our memories. Okay,
You're
I guess this
saying
one.
We all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of
The
sci-fi?
DVD.
I promise
Yeah.
you, ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
You don't remember this though.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Toko, stop. This is serious right now.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
Because you don't remember, that's it.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Can we actually play it here though?
The
Okay, we can.
headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
She doesn't remember this.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else? Nobody remembers? You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
The thing is, you don't know, or we don't know, what's happening outside, right? So if it's worse outside, of course you just want to stay here, right? You'd accept to be staying here.
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Yeah, because they still remembered what happened before going to school here, right? And then after that, when they, what do you call this, fell asleep, I guess, right? Or they blacked out, and then they woke up. That what do you call distance? Not distance, but I don't know the word, but yeah, ever since that, when they blacked out until when they woke up again, all the memories that happened between those two time points is gone, right?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Because yeah, they still remember their families, what happened with them in, like, say, middle school, right, and stuff like that. They still remember that.
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive?
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do, or we do that, well, either way we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, that one true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. So what do we got here? Monokuma, Mukuro, Headmaster.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What
I
makes
mean-
you so sure?
In the data room, right?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind
This
is
room,
here.
yeah.
The mastermind is probably a
No.
million miles away.
He's right here.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
Yes, remember the hatch, right, that we saw on the data room, the Monokuma room? Right? That's the only way in the mastermind can go up or down, right? So that's it. The mastermind is right here in this school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Okay, this is the 16 students again. Is that it? Oh yeah, I keep seeing this. I'm done reading that.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
I mean, if you guys are having food, right? A lot of food in the dining hall. Imagine the mastermind. That is too easy for them to have food. Yes, they're gonna survive here. Why are you even talking about that?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No. That is after. Yeah, after she died, she got those injuries.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Honestly, I like how these class trials are pretty much like a quiz, right? Like you learn this stuff when you were doing your investigation and then you answer it. The other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Nope, because can we actually see this? Okay, we can. Mukuro, she did not have a single scar or wound, right? Even though she was a what do you call it, a mercenary, ultimate soldier, she didn't have any of those. She was still good.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything.
Why are you blushing though? What?
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Okay, profile, headmaster. I guess the profile here, right?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
No, that's wrong.
Break her, Makoto. Break
No.
her.
Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
She likes it.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Look at Byakuya.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Nice. Look at that. Mukuro's fatal injury. Honestly, I'm confused because, yeah, the one who had a lot of injury like this, who got stabbed a lot of times, right, was Junko in the beginning. But now, it's Mukuro, so... I don't know.
But
We'll
if
find out
that's
later.
what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means.
But how long have they been here? Probably like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
I mean, that is not Mukuro then. That is
If
a real
Mukuro
bad
had
guy.
already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me is... the mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
No, I was thinking that, yeah, like Monokuma is not really talking a lot, right? Even though he's here, he's actually in the circle.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, finally.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see her face or their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. Yes, there's no tattoo, right? And I was talking about this when we saw this. I was like, why did the masked attacker doesn't have nails, right? You saw Mukuro's nails, the corpse's nails. It had red nails, very long ones, fake nails. But the attacker doesn't have any nails, see? It should be obvious. Number 5. Okay, I guess we gotta absorb
You
now.
never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Okay, get that.
Maybe the
yes,
right
yes.
foot. Or perhaps the left foot.
It was the right hand.
Or could it be the hips?
No, the right hand get the tattoo, right? You can actually see it here? No. Her most notable feature, the tattoo that mark her membership in Fenrir. Yes. Okay.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
No, that's wrong.
Right?
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah, we were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh yeah, they were doing that. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
Oh, Monokuma is panicking though.
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
Oh, her hand. Okay, yeah, okay.
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Because she has the gloves on, right? Or anyone could say anything. Show. Oh, her hand is brown.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
I mean, yeah. Kyoko seemed to be just to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. So is it both hands? Maybe, right?
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
I mean, we have the morgue, right? The biolab.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. But the biolab. The pool, the kitchen. No.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Did Hifumi even fit in there though? What am I saying?
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
And the proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. It's only one thing, right? The tarp. There's something that made its way from the biolab. This one, yes.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
Yep.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
He's panicking.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency, one so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab, could you be talking about? What is in the biolab? Maybe the... No, because we have 6 people right here now, right? And then the lights, we had only 9 lights on, right? Then 7 off, right? Maybe that's it?
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
So basically it's saying that, yeah, there's one person actually alive. An extra one, I mean.
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What are you talking about? What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
Monokuma, man, he's just trying to mess with Makoto right now. Yeah. Why'd he bring this up? Right? For no reason.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
He's what do you call this? He's cornered right now and he's just spouting all this nonsense now.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
I can't let him get to me. Yes. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Moment of truth. Oh hell, not this again. I hate this one.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Final strike.
I'm not listening!
This one, yes.
This should prove it.
Got him. The lights,
The
yes.
inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
There should have been 10 if you count Junko and Mukuro together, right? But no, there's only 9.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Don't you understand, sir? It means that one person that died is actually not dead. 9 light doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10 lights.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Can we recall one by one? That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. So it's Sayaka, it was Leon, it's Chihiro, right? And then Mondo, and then Taka, Hifumi, Celeste, and then Sakura, and then Mukuro. Then Junko. So like Junko after Sayaka, right? Junko. Sayaka died first. Yeah, this one is confusing. Junko was second. Because she, I don't know. Never mind. Leon was the third one. Chihiro was the fourth. Mondo was the fifth. Taka was the sixth. Then Ifumi was the seventh. And then we got Celeste. She burned to death, right? She was a liar and she burned. And then you got the honorable death, Sakura. Shouldn't have died. Should have given it to Hagakure. And then victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
Oh my god, these people, man.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her.
I mean, yes, right? Yes.
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than the murders are the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would it take, or what would it take for that to make sense? Same person was killed twice, a mastermind destroyed a body, only 9 murders took place. This is not the answer here. We actually saw 10, right? 10 times that people died. But no. What do you call this? It's the same person was killed twice, right? Definitely. Junko. At the beginning, she died, right? And then she got called back again and put into Mukuro. But yeah, this is the answer for sure. This is the one.
I got it!
I'm just
What
confused
about
on
if
which
the same
is
person
which.
was killed twice?
Yes.
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Okay, so it kind of makes sense now, or as Kyoko is saying it like this. Maybe, I mean, both of them, let's say Mukuro, right? And there are two despairs, right? So Mukuro and Junko are members there. So Mukuro could have been pretending as Junko, right? Yeah.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
I mean, that's the only conclusion here. Yes, it's confusing, but that is the only conclusion. Because you see the tattoo on the right hand, right? We didn't see it when she was, let's say, she was Junko, right? When Mukuro was Junko, we didn't see her hand, so I guess no one noticed that. Or maybe you could just put makeup on it, right? Maybe. But when we saw it the second time, when she was wearing a mask, they really tried to destroy her face, so no one could notice that it was still the same person, right? But you could see the hands, the fake nails and all, right? And then, yeah, the evidence of the body itself, right? The old wounds, the same stab wounds, a lot of spears, right? A lot of spears hit Junko in the beginning. So it makes sense that it is, or she was, or Mukuro was Junko in the beginning, and that the other Junko is maybe not here, right?
Besides, who could that someone else
Or
even
I mean,
have been?
or what do you call this? Not here. I mean, not here. We haven't seen the actual real Junko.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious! Because Kyoko's totally delusional!
No, I got you, sir. You're panicking right now. Monokuma file. Okay, we're gonna get, we need to absorb again, for sure.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
I mean, it would be
Junko
very cool, though.
Enoshima?
Okay.
Leon Kuwata?
Oh, dude.
Chihiro Fujisaki?
Oh, I gotta shoot it first.
Owada,
Oh my god.
Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay. No. Let's get the Junko one, yeah.
Who is this someone else? Was it Sayaka, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwachi Hira, Mando, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestia Lu, whatever? Or maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
Got him.
That's wrong. Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
Yep. Not similar. It is the same.
What do you mean?
See? And
Well,
yeah.
remember what happened to her?
Remember, if you go back to, I don't know what episode we did it in this Let's Play, but I think it was episode 4 or 5, the one where both, I think Sayaka and, yeah, Junko died. Junko said afterwards that she said something when she got hit, when she got stabbed here. She said something, I forgot what was the exact words, but she said something like, why did it happen, or something like that in those words, right? So yeah, in what we're hearing now and then what she said back then, like she didn't expect to die, I guess, right? Because
She was impaled by a bunch of spears all over her body.
maybe this was all their plan, right? Of the mastermind and her. But she didn't expect to die, I guess.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
But I wish they could play that again, right? Like what Junko said back then when she got stabbed there. She said something, I forgot what she exactly said.
That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears.
Yes.
Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Honestly, if they put the body of, I say Mukuro, right? In the first, I guess, 2 slots of the morgue on the left side, maybe you would notice that, oh, maybe it's one of the persons that died earlier. But they put it in the middle, basically, so you don't realize it at first that, oh, who died? Or who was actually alive.
It all matches up, right?
But yeah, as
Those
she was...
wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
But yeah, as Junko died, pretty much in the beginning, right? So her body should have been placed in the leftmost part of the morgue, right? It would have been much more easier to deduce, like, oh, why is the body here? Like, they're not putting it at random, I guess, right? They're putting it in order, probably. The bodies, I mean.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then...
And I guess that's why in the pictures, right, that we're seeing earlier, they were hiding Junko's face. Yeah, so we actually don't know what she really looks like. They're hiding her face.
What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9.
Because if we saw her picture and then her face was quite different, we can maybe like deduce, I guess, like, oh, why is her face different here?
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
No, it's the opposite. It's Junko that's alive.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
Look at Monokuma.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can you really believe that? There's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Fatal injury, Ikusaba's profile. Okay, one of those two.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
For that to be true, then that could have been her body, or her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Okay, that's correct.
That's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
I mean, this makes sense as well, another one, right? I think, yeah, last episode they were talking about, I don't know if it was Kyoko and Makoto, but yeah, they were saying that how could Mukuro die so easily, right? She was a soldier, an extremely good soldier, right? So how did she die so easily, right? So that makes sense. She got stabbed with spears, she did not expect that, and that's how she died, right? That's it. Yes, it is Mukuro that died in the beginning pretending to be Junko.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Oh yeah, and then her records and the one with Junko's records, the one we see here, is literally the same. See? Literally the same.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
No, she was 5'7".
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Okay, I guess it's a translation error, right? It's 5'7". You just saw that. Look at this. Yeah, I'm at 5'7". I'm 5'6".
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Oh, we gotta actually choose. It's Ifumi. Junko, where is she? This one, Junko and Nishima.
Here's
You
my
were the
answer.
bad guy all along.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Okay, are you not even listening? This is Mukuro.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
No, this is actually Mukuro. She actually died. It's not a charade. Are you stupid?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. And I did check absolutely, and I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
No. Oh, look, he's laughing because he thinks we're getting it wrong.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick? Okay, what is this? RBC. Okay, R. Rep. L. Replace. Oh, no. A. Okay, there. E. D. Replaced.
Now I understand.
Simple.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense, sir. Nothing else.
that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
They switch ever since we entered or the game started. Ever since that, they already switched by then. Like Junko probably did not even get inside of the school. Or
right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
let's say just from the beginning. Yeah, they exchanged from the beginning. Like the real Junko never met with the classmates even once, the students even once. 100%.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. Moment of death, of course, it doesn't happen. Switched after death. Switch at the beginning, yes.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched,
Honestly, it's hard to say that this is Mukuro, right? When you're looking at this, Junko here on the left side, because of all the photos that we saw Mukuro, or the photos that we got recently, Mukuro is always not smiling, right? She has a pretty much a what do you call it, poker face? But yeah, her face is just steady, no smile, no nothing at all. Honestly, her face is like she's dead. Yeah.
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
Like no emotion or anything.
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they don't have any memories, right? So who would know what actually Junko looks like, right? No one would know that because when we entered the school like that, or when we started, everyone pretty much don't know anything. They don't remember anything, right? All of this was new, so of course you're not gonna be like, oh, you're not Junko. No one is gonna say that.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Yes, exactly, Byakuya. So of course,
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko.
Yeah. And you will all believe it.
And we never would have known the difference.
True. Because they don't know who the actual Junko is.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Maybe, yeah, I said maybe makeup?
She could have hidden it with foundation or
Yeah.
something like that.
See? It is makeup. And then when the bomb exploded, right, on the body, when we were at the garden, it exposed the tattoo in the hand afterwards.
If she did, it
See?
likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Yes.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Probably.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
Why are you so happy though, Byakuya? Like Monokuma's so silent right now.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
The photos, yeah. You're not showing her face, not even once. You can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. You tried to hide Junko's identity and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. What matters now is presenting the right evidence. It has to do with what Akuma tried to keep from me.
Shoot!
Wait, that's wrong? Okay, so if that's wrong, what then? Okay, I guess this one, the DVDs then, right?
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Okay. Oh, he cut it off, I guess, yeah. I guess maybe he didn't see the Junko part. He just cut it off afterwards. Like Monokuma just suddenly went there and removed it. I mean, I didn't notice that because it didn't even show the video or a video of Junko being there, right? Yeah, even once. Like even the Mukuro part, I think. The Mukuro Junko, I mean, at the time, I guess in the interviews, it has to be Mukuro still, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence I've got to reveal that. So I guess this is gonna be the photos then. Yeah. Oh no, is this again? My god, I hate this.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
Got him. Okay.
That's impossible!
Okay, that one. Group
This
photo.
should prove it.
Got him. Every single photo of Junko there was her
The
face
video
hidden.
wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstances common to all these pictures is... Look at Junko's face. It is hidden. Hidden. Hidden again. She's not looking at the camera. Again. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Honestly, Mukuro is kind of good though, right? She could channel what Junko is, I guess.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
No. What I mean is, like, when you see Mukuro in the pictures, right? She looks like a very, very quiet girl. Like, she doesn't interact with people that much, I guess. But then we saw her in the beginning, right? As Junko. Yeah, I guess she was different. I mean, just based on how she looks. I mean, we haven't really seen how Mukuro actually talks or anything because she's dead already, right? I am just like analyzing it.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
What is Mukuro's eye, by the way? Mukuro's eyes is like silver, right? What is Junko's eyes here? What color? Hey, it's black and white so we couldn't see.
Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu.
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now!
Oh, climax. So this is when we started the game, right? Everyone is meeting each other. This one. So I guess both of them have silver eyes, maybe. This one. No, it's just pretty much showing that, yeah, this is Mukuro, yeah. Like, for example, her spirit, it was actually her. She did not expect to die like this. And then we get this one. I guess that one. What do we put here though? Okay. So Kyoko here? I mean, Kyoko was there, right? Then here? Maybe? Then we go here. Okay. No, not yet. What's the other one? Oh, it exploded. So this one there. And then this one here. So what do I miss here? Okay. Let me see this. Wait. Here. This one here. Okay, let me put this here, I guess. This one here. Then this one here. This one here. Okay, here, there we go. Yes. So it confused me a little bit here. I didn't notice this one. Yeah, I didn't see this one. I forgot. Is this good? Okay, Junko pulling the body out. And then attacking Makoto, I guess. And then here comes Kyoko. Then he runs away, I suppose. And then he removes the mask, puts it on the body of Mukuro, and then everyone finds it and then it explodes, right?
The killer is you! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in the biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
Kyoko.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Nice, we got it.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima!
Got him.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
He's crying.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
I mean, obviously, yeah. Junko has to explain herself. Where is she? Oh, Junko. Look, she has Monokuma on her head now. Damn.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Well, she's British now. What? But yeah, she's here now. Okay, so we'll take a break here for now. Okay? This is gonna be quite long for sure. We just did this and it's almost an hour and a half already, right? We exposed who she is. And it was kind of satisfying, honestly, but let's see. Let's see what she's gonna tell us next episode, right? I can't wait to finish this up or this game up. And yeah, this is gonna be extremely fun. So anyways, we're gonna continue this and do more of a Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye-bye.